Very glad you could join us on the Weather Network. Usually at this time on a Friday, we talk with our resident cosmic correspondent extraordinaire, Andrew Fazekas, our night sky guy. Andrew, welcome to the program.
Hey, Chris.
You know, it's funny, Andrew. I know Mercury is going to feature prominently in this discussion, and we're not talking about the falling Mercury in your thermometer now that it's fall, but Mercury in the sky, the planet. And I got to say very quickly here, Andrew, I love deals. You know, buy one, get one for free, 2 for 1. But you're going to be talking about not 2 for 1, but a 3 for 1 deal in the sky coming up.
That's right, and what better is that? You know, you get a great deal going on. And yeah, while Mercury, you know, it seems to be going down in terms of temperature, but Mercury, the planet, is on the rise. And in fact, over the course of the next week, the innermost planet in the solar system is going to be, you know, in the spotlight, and really at its best for the entire year of 2009. This is the best time to see it. Now, you have to be an early bird riser. This is at dawn, that you look toward, you basically face towards the eastern horizon, say tomorrow morning or over the course of the next week. You will see Mercury as a faint spot, a star in the sky. Now, it'll be joined by 2 other star-like objects, and these 2 other objects are also planets. And Venus is the brightest of the 3, and that will be the easiest way to tell where to look for Mercury. Now, I'll have these star charts on my website as well, so you can get a chance to look at it at your leisure. But it's really easy to find, because you look at for Venus, the brightest star-like object in the eastern sky at dawn, and you look right underneath it, and you'll find 2 dots. Those 2 fainter dots are Mercury, and then below it, Saturn. So this is set up for Saturday. But if we move on towards Tuesday, which is October 6th, you'll see that it's changed a little bit. Saturn has moved up a little closer to Mercury. And in fact, Mercury on the 6th, the Tuesday, will be at its best. It's called the greatest elongation, which means that it'll be the highest in the sky, most farthest away from the sun that it can get. And so this will make it an easy way to spot for beginner stargazers. And then the best deal is going to be on Thursday next week, when Saturn and Mercury are going to be really close together. This is what we call a conjunction, and they'll be separated by less space than a quarter moon, the disk of a quarter moon in the sky. That's very, very close. It'll be quite striking in the morning sky, and if you have binoculars or telescopes, it'll reveal itself really nicely. They'll show off very pretty. But you can see this with the naked eye, no telescope required, a beautiful show.
Is this, I have to think, is this pretty rare, or is this something that happens every year? Because that seems like that's a really close call. You mentioned less than the diameter of a quarter moon.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very close encounter. Mm-hmm. It happens, you know, generally about once every year or so, where you get these passing of Mercury and Saturn close together. But, you know, in reality, they're much farther apart, right? Mercury is about 90 million kilometers away from us, while Saturn is a whopping 1.5 billion kilometers away from us.
All right, so it's objects in the sky may appear closer than they actually are. What's new in space news, Andrew?
Well, let's stick with the theme of Mercury.
Okay.
Just this Wednesday, the Messenger spacecraft that was sent off by NASA a couple of years ago approached Mercury for the mission's 3rd flyby, and it captured these beautiful, striking views that we're going to see in a minute here. These images show portions of Mercury's surface that has never been seen before by human eyes. Even though we've had many flybys since the early 1970s, this is the best views that we have of a part of Mercury we've never seen. And you can see things like double craters. Here's a very unusual sight, 2 craters in one. Again, another deal for us right here. A really interesting sight that the spacecraft, as it zoomed by, you know, at speeds of 80,000 kilometers per hour, it snapped these handful of pictures. Here's a lava flow that's overflowing on a 150 kilometer wide crater. Beautiful stuff, and I'll have a link on this for these pictures on my website, so people can check that stuff out.
Traveling that fast, taking a picture and getting that kind of clarity, I've got to see what they're setting their shutter speed at. All right, Andrew, if people want to get a hold of you, how can they do that?
Well, I invite people to visit me on thenightskyguy.com.
All right, Andrew, always a pleasure. Look forward to speaking with you next week already.
Clear skies.
All right, stay tuned. Your local forecast is coming up every 10 minutes on the 10th, and an update on the snow for Alberta.